Hello everyone, this is your English teacher Hassan. In this video, we are going to explain a new grammar. So our concern for today is grammar field. Let's open our student box on page 81. Okay, on page 81, and let's start diving through this C. Okay, our title is Reduced Relative Clause. At the previous class, we talked about relative clause, and we said that the relative clause in some cases, okay, play the role of the subject, and in another case, it might play the role of the object. Today, we will talk about the relative clause that stands, okay, in the place of the subject. This is a short story that you can read. After you read, let's go to clarify our rule. Now, first of all, what do we mean by the reduction process? To reduce something means to make it shorter and smaller. So we reduce the sentence and we reduce the relative clause to make our sentence shorter and to make our speech more simple. Okay? Now we can sometimes remove, we can delete, we can leave out, we can omit the relative pronouns who, okay, which, or that. Again, in this case, we are talking about who, which, and that combined with the verb to be. When I say the verb to be, I mean is, am, are, was, and were. Okay? Am, is, are, was, and were. Some of these verbs will be combined with who, which, or that. So, and it will play the subject relative clause. It will play the role of subject relative clause. We are going to mention an example, and our speech, our lesson will be so easy. Okay, now these clauses, because we have deleted the relative clause, okay, and the verb to be, so the new name, the new title for this clause is the reduced relative clauses. Okay, let's see this example. This is a normal sentence. Let's read this sentence. Only the writers which are on the list have to be studied. So where is the relative pronoun? Here it is. Here it is. So we are talking about which. So this is the relative pronoun. Where is the verb to be? The verb to be is are in this sentence. Which are, okay, plays the role of or relates to the subject. Let's see. Only the writers on the list have to be studied. The writers, now which, okay, refers to the writers. Okay, some of you might ask a question, but they might ask that the writer is a person, so why we do use which? I will answer you. Because I'm not talking about the writers as a people or as persons. I'm talking about writers, their names, okay? So there are things. because I'm not talking about as persons, but as names, okay? And that's why we use which. So easy, right? Okay. So only the writers, so which here in this sentence refers to the writers. Okay, where is the relative pronoun? Here is the relative pronoun which. Where is the verb to be? The verb to be is are. Can I reduce this sentence? Yes. Why? Because we have two conditions. Two conditions. The first one is the relative pronoun is combined with verb to be. The relative pronoun is combined with verb to be. Then the relative clause, which is which are, plays the role of the subject, relates to the subject. So we can delete and we can omit and this relative clause. So we will say only the writers on the list have to be studied. So easy. I will not mention the relative clause, which is which are. Okay, the next one. Online encyclopedias are perfect for someone that is trying to save space. Where is the relative pronoun? That. Where is the verb to be? Is. Excellent. As this clause relates to a subject or an object. Let's see. I'm talking about online encyclopedias are perfect for someone that is trying to save spaces. Someone trying to save spaces. So someone is the subject and save space, spaces is the object. So what? So two conditions are here. The first condition is the relative pronoun is combined with verb to be, and also it relates to the subject. So I can delete it, I can omit, I can remove it, and I can say only encyclopedias are perfect for someone trying to save spaces, and so on. So if you read the sentence, you will see or you will find the same. But here, there is a note, a very important note. The point is, or this point or this note is, we cannot, ever never, we cannot reduce object relative clauses in this way. Let's see. Okay, only the writers which I spoke about must be studied. Okay, only the writers which I spoke, okay, must be studied. So which refers to the writers, but which plays the role or relates to the object, because the writers I spoke about. So I spoke about writers. So I as the subject and writers will be the object. So I cannot, okay, reduce, I cannot delete or omit this relative clause. Let's move to do one branch here to solve this exercise. Okay, this exercise is somehow crazy. It is somehow difficult a little bit because, okay, let's see. The first one. Here you have to join the sentences. Join means combine, okay? Connect. To join the sentences using what? Using reduced relative clauses. I'll use the text here when it is necessary. I'll write, okay? Mahfouz's novel Medak Ali was made into a film. It was first serialized in a magazine. Okay, Mahfouz's novel, this is the answer. محفوظ novel Medak alley first serialized. Now here we have something missed. Okay, here. Okay, how can I write? It doesn't work. Why? Okay, try again. Okay. What shall I do? Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, here, as you can see, here in this place, there's something deleted. We connected those two sentences. The first sentence, this one, with this one. Okay. So we deleted it. Then we replaced it by which. Okay. Because you are talking about novel. Mahfouz's novel. Okay. Which or that, both are correct. Which was. Okay. Now we have which was. Which was has the two conditions. The first condition is it has the relative pronoun which combined with the verb to be. Also, it refers to the subject. So we can use it. Then what do? We reduce it, or we reduce the sentence by deleting this phrase, so it will be, or it will start from first. Mahfouz novels, Miqdad Ali. Okay. First serialized in a magazine, was made into a film. Okay, let's do the second one. Then you will have the time to do it your own. Okay. Young authors should try this website, and they are looking for a publisher. Now this pronoun refers to whom? To young authors. So the young authors, they are looking for a publisher, should try this website. So I am going to join these sentences together. Okay, let's try. Oh no. Okay, I'll use this one. Okay, come on. This one. So I'll write here. I should write it in this way. Young authors, okay? Young authors. It is supposed to be who are looking, right? Who are looking for a publisher, okay, should try this website. So look here. Then I'll reduce this sentence. Let's reduce this sentence. Who are. We have the relative pronoun who, and we have the verb to be are, so we can delete who, are, yes, because it refers, okay, it refers to the young authors. I mean, it refers to the subject. Excellent. So, young authors looking for a publisher should try, so we can reduce this sentence. Okay, you can complete the other sentences, but there's a short note that you have to be aware for. Now, reduced relative clauses with there is and there are. We can, or you can, reduce, short, cut relative clauses with present participle. Do you know what do we mean by the present participle? Present participle is the verb ing, the gerund. Okay? It is the verb ing or the gerund. For example, looking. Looking as a word is a present participle. Trying, for example, is a present participle. Okay. Or the past participle. The past participle is the third form of the verb. So, for example, play, played, played. The third played is the past participle. Okay. So, with the present or the past participles, after it comes after there is or there was, and there are or there were, I can reduce the relative or the relative clause. Let's read this sentence. There are some people who are listening to a poetry reading. Now this who are, the relative clause, is followed by a present participle. Look here, we have listening. This is a present participle. So that's why I can delete it. I can delete this clause. And I can say there are some people listening to a poetry reading without mentioning this clause. Okay, the second one. There was a car which was parked on the pavement. Okay, look, this is the clause, and this is the past participle. This is the verb 3. So can I omit this part? I mean the relative clause? For sure, yes. Why? Because we have there is or there was or there are or there were, okay, and the same of which it is followed by the past participle, so we can delete it. Let's try to solve one branch here. One branch. The library was full, so lots of students revised for their exams. Look at this solution. There were lots of students. I have to say, okay, here, lots of students who are revising for their exams. But I deleted this clause because it is followed by a present participle, by a verb ing, by the gerund. Okay. The pages of the book were blank. Nothing right in it. Okay. What shall we do? Can you tell me? Try. You have 20 seconds. Try to do it your own self. Okay. So look, this is the answer. This is the answer. There was nothing, okay, written in it. So we have reduced this sentence because there was nothing. There was nothing, okay, that was written in it, okay, or that written in it. So we deleted that because we have the past participle. So this is a present participle example, and this is a past participle example. Let's move to our workbook in a quick. Okay. In your workbook at page 72, you will find the first example asking you to decide which sentences can be written with reduced relative clauses and which one Cannot. Okay. Now the customers, this is, okay. The customers who were in the bookshop all wanted to buy the same book. So, who were relates to the customers. The customers is the subject, and the second condition is we have a relative pronoun combined with the verb to be. So, can I delete it? Can I reduce this sentence? Yes, I can. I can delete it. Okay? Okay. Let's move to the next one. Kevin Watts, whom I met at the literary festival, is giving a recital of new poems. Now, do you think that I can reduce this sentence and delete whom? Do you think that I can do this? Okay. Let's ask yourself, okay? Now, is it combined with verb to be? No. No, it doesn't. So this is the first condition. It's not applied here. The second one, is it relating to a subject or to an object? Kevin Watts, whom I met. So I met Kevin Watts. This is an object. So the correct answer is no. I can't reduce this sentence. The third one, Sense and Sensibility, which Jane Austen wrote. Okay, what do you think? Can we do this? Can we omit this? Actually, no, because it is not combined with the verb to be. So, the next one. The students who are studying. The students are studying. Now, students as the subject, the relative pronoun are refers to the subject here. So the first condition is applied. Excellent. Okay. The second condition, it is combined. The relative pronoun is combined with the verb to be. So it is correct, and I can reduce this sentence. I can reduce this sentence, and I can delete who are. And I can say the students studying ancient literature have an extra literature this evening. Now what I want from you is to do number 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, it is so easy. Let's try this one. I know that this lesson is somehow long, but we have to understand very well. So you can take a cup of coffee, you can have a cup of tea, it's okay, while you are watching. Okay, now decide which sentences in each pair can be reduced. In this exercise, for each branch we have 2 sentences, and your mission here, your duty is to decide which one of them should be reduced or could be reduced. Let's see. Here we have who worked. This is our concern is the relative clause. So directly move to the relative clause. And here is the relative clause. Okay. So what do you think? Here we have who worked, and here we have who were working. So here it combined with the verb to be, but here it doesn't. So what do you think? We can reduce this one because this is the condition. The relative pronoun is combined with a verb to be. The second one, I'll do just one branch. The poems that were printed, okay, the poems that publishers printed. Which one can I reduce, A or B? Good job, excellent. I can reduce this one. Why? Because we have that were. We have that were. So this is the relative pronoun and this is the verb to be. But here we have the relative pronoun, but there is no existing for the verb to be. Excellent job. This is the first part. let's move to the last exercise. Move to exercise number 5. Yes, your job is to do number 3, 4, 3 and 4. Okay, and move to exercise number 3. Now we have to choose the correct answer. Okay, choose the correct answer. What do we mean? Okay, this is not a multiple choices. This is what do we call this kind of exercises? This is the alternatives. Okay, question. Now there were some poets. All of those sentences are reduced. Okay, by because they are followed. The clauses are followed by either past participle as read or present participle. So your job is to decide to either to use the present participle or the past participle. Okay, according to what you will do this, just read the sentence and try to guess if it sounds, naturally or it doesn't. Okay, there were some poets reading. Do you think that reading is the correct answer or read their own works? For example, if you just imagine that it is in this way, there were some poets who were or who are reading or read. Reading, excellent. Reading their own works or their own work. Number 2, there is a bookshop. Okay, there is a bookshop that are selling or sold books at half price. What do you think? Selling or sold? Excellent. Great job. You are great. Selling. So in this way you can do this exercise. Thank you for watching this long video. I know that it is so long because it is about 28 minutes, but it's okay. You can divide this video for 2 parts. You can watch 15 minutes, then you can watch the other 15 minutes. Thank you for being here. This is the reduced relative clauses, and thank you. That's it for today. See you next time.